Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It is Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern Time Zone of the USA. It's 17:15 Zulu on May 21st, 2024. And this is Tuesdays with DX Engineering. Today we have a special guest. It is Michael Kalter, W8CI. Michael is the official spokesperson for the Dayton Hamvention. Michael, welcome back to the show. How did it go?
Well, thanks, Tim. It's great to be back here. And I think this show was just an overwhelming success. I want to say a couple of things. Thursday was a beautiful day. Then we had rains came on Friday morning when we opened. But you know what? I never got complaints from people about rain. And I hear lots of complaints, but I didn't hear anything about that. And people seemed very excited to be there. And it didn't seem like the rain deterred them, but it was a huge, huge crowd. But the skies did clear up on Friday. And of course, Saturday and Sunday were both beautiful days. It was just overwhelming. A lot. I don't have any numbers yet. We're working on the numbers, and I know that there's lots of speculations on the numbers. And we hear different YouTube reports out there from people that are speculating it. And we are, we've gotten pretty much all the money in the bank, and we're sitting back and checking everything to see where we're at and do some counts. And it won't be very long. We'll have a good number.
Michael, what did you hear, or what are you hearing from either residences or businesses? People that are not at the Hamvention, but that are affected by it. So people in the Xenia area, businesses in the Xenia area, restaurants, hotels, etc. What are you hearing?
Well, that's a really a good question. But I had two different mayors come and visit me together. The mayor of Beaver Creek, which is right next to, it's right next to where the fairgrounds are, and the mayor of Fairborn, which is right up near the Air Force Base. Actually, both of them are. And they came over to visit me, and they were ecstatic over the whole event. They were ecstatic at the people that came. And I deal with different hotel proprietors, restaurant proprietors. They're all thrilled because, I think that by and large, the amateur radio community that comes to Dayton, they're respectful people. They love being there, and, they spend money. I mean, if you're going to buy gas, you're going to go out to eat. And the economic impact to the community is a bump of between $35 to $40 million every time we have a Hamvention. So it's very significant. And so people try really hard. And if I might add, we had the Greene County Sheriff's Department out there. They even had a SWAT team out there, basically to show off. But they were there just in case. And we had we had a lot of good plans in place, emergency plans and things like that. And we had cameras situated everywhere. If there had been an issue, there wasn't an issue, and it was just wonderful. And the sheriff's deputies, they also like to help with parking. They'll take people wherever they need to go as well. So we got a little bit of a bonus there. And but as far as the people in Xenia, businesses in the whole community, seemed like they loved it. They're happy to have us here.
Well, and that is a really good thing. And it's good to hear that, especially when you've got mayors and other folks that are coming and telling you good things about the event, because, the traffic can get really jammed up in those areas because they don't normally see this kind of traffic. And, kudos to figuring out shutting down the Xenia schools and things like that really make a difference in how that goes. I know the scooters, the buses, the golf carts, all very important parts of the transportation around Hamvention. What about people from outside the U.S., Michael? You have a special Thursday night gathering of DX individuals that come to Hamvention. How did that go?
We expected maybe 60 to 80 people, and we had more than that. And I was talking to the folks over there, and they just said, "Wow, this is fabulous," and they really like it. And we like that event because we want to make people who come in from other parts of the world, we want to make them feel comfortable, answer any of their questions. And I will say that Diane Allnut and her team just do a fabulous job at that. And we want to continue that, maybe grow it. And, well, we will grow it. And we hope that those people that came over will tell their friends, come next year and bring a friend.
No, and that is a really cool thing you can do, is reach out to somebody that maybe hasn't been there in the past, or maybe needs help, needs special assistance in getting to the Hamvention. I know that that goes a long way in bringing smiles. Michael, how about the Hamvention award winners and the dinner that you had over the weekend to honor the award winners? How did that go?
It was a very wonderful event, and I wish that was we could open that up to more and more people. But it's a very special event. We had that at a Holiday Inn in Beaver Creek, Fairborn area, and it was just great. You know, we the YLRL group, they had their team there. They had a table. Did you get all that, or did I drop out?
Yeah, you dropped a little bit there, but I think we got the gist of it. You know, Michael, I know that planning for next year, for 2025, starts now, and you know,
Yeah.
your chairman and the committee chairs, and just an incredible amount of work that goes on year round.
Yeah, there are people that, you know, when you talk about volunteerism in amateur radio, which is really, really important. And, you know, for a club in a medium-sized Midwestern city to gather enough help to do this, to me, speaks really well for the type of people, the type of hams that we have in the region, because, you know, it's hard work. And a lot of us never really got to see the show. And and you know, my hats are off to all of these volunteers. And I know, excuse me, I know there's a fair amount of grunt work that happens with that. A lot of heavy thinking and decisions that have to be made. We can't wait on, and a lot of liaison that has to happen with, you know, our other agencies that are supporting us. And so I just applaud the whole team that does that, because you know, I wish we could have a second Hamvention to allow a lot of those people a little bit more time to see the event.
Yeah, you know, that we forget that those 700 volunteers don't really get to enjoy the event the way that you know, a particular visitor does. Michael, let's see what we have in the chat room. We've got XE2ZZ from Mexico. WD8 Sugar Echo Delta is in there. Our friend Michael.
Hi, Rich. I'm sorry.
Whiskey 4 Oscar Radio Lima. And Michael, great job on Hamvention. And Amy, N8AMY, thank you, K3LR and W8CI, for all your hard work. Make a super Hamvention 2024. And John says he found lots of great food there, not only on property, but in the community. And that's really a testament to the Xenia area, Beaver Creek. Joe, K0NEB, great job. I enjoyed Hamvention 2024, my 43rd. And DK5 Oscar Norway Victor is on with us. Richard says it was one of the best hamventions I've ever been to in almost 30 years of ham radio. Let's see, a little comment
Thank you,
about
Richard.
Forum 3 with speakers getting up and down the steps. Always looking for ways to improve things. Mike says, I've spent more than I probably should have. Thank you, Flex. W3MLJ, young Michael, he had a great time. And WB2 Yankee Zulu Golf. Next year I'll be there. And Curtis says, what a great event as always. Last bits of setup on the flea market on Thursday went well. We definitely had an overrun on the Parks on the Air booth the rest of the convention. And Gary, W9 X-Ray Tango, probably about his 40th time at Hamvention. Andy, Mike Zero, November Kilo Radio. He's now Portable Whiskey Zero. He was there with the Radio Society of Great Britain. And Dwight, thank Michael on the way out Sunday morning. Reinhard, Delta Hotel 3, November Alpha Bravo, another great Hamvention. We enjoyed it again. Thank you for organizing it. From Puerto Rico, it's Whiskey Papa 4, Oscar Papa Golf. Ed, W9 Uniform Sierra, says, great weekend, guys. Lee Moyle, all the way from Australia, Victor Kilo 3, Golf Kilo. Great event and convention. Back home now. See you next year. And he brought a whole load of Tim Tams over for everybody. And November 8, Echo Whiskey X-Ray is on, and our friend Frankie from Oklahoma City, KQ5.
Wow.
Yeah. KE5, KQL. So lots of great stuff going on, Michael.
Absolutely. And Lee, he's always a real hoot. And I've seen him at other hamventions around the world, or not hamventions, other ham fests around the world. And really a positive spark of energy. I think most all these people, Rich, who was in there, made some good comments. And of course, Joe, K0NEB. And I didn't write everybody's name down, but thanks for making positive comments. You know, when you talk about planning for next year, we will soon have a follow-up meeting. We'll give everybody a little bit of a breather now as we get things cleaned out. I had an RV there, and I finally moved it out yesterday evening. And then this morning I've been busy, with a lot of the bookkeeping and financial end of it. And, it's the work's not done, but then we want to close this one out quickly. And then we're going to move on to next year. We always look at lessons learned. And yeah, can we improve it? Absolutely. Do we have any professionals in there running this thing? Not really. What we have are people who have common sense and are trying to and being real positive people, positive ambassadors, as they call it, for Hamvention. Well, we have to be that way for amateur radio. Tim, question for you. How many years have you done the antenna forum now?
Yeah, 40 years now. So
wow.
But just amazing. And we had a really good turnout on Friday afternoon for the antenna forum this year, and looking forward to next year, Michael.
What about Contest University? How did that go?
Yeah, Contest U went really well. Over 300 attended on Thursday at the Hope Hotel, and Terry is already making plans for 2025. Here's Karsten from WeMo. He says, DL6LAU, hope you had a great weekend and that you sold a lot of WeMo products. And we certainly did, Karsten. Well, Michael, we could go on and on and on. But we're going to let you get back to unpacking, and we'll have you on when it's time to announce the official attendance numbers here in a few weeks.
Yeah, and let me just thank everybody. Anybody who's watching this, thank you. Appreciate you rolling with maybe issues that came up, and we might be selling commemorative mud this year again from the flea market. Certainly appreciate everybody's support and all the kind words, and most of all all the volunteers. And Tim, your help as well. Lots of things that you do. I don't know how you get it all done. But anyway, 7-3 to everyone. Thank you, Tim.
Okay, Michael. Thanks very much for coming on today. And thanks to all of you for watching here on another edition of Tuesdays with DX Engineering. I'll be back on Thursday, so we'll see you then for the Manufacturers Showcase. Until then, 73 from DX Engineering.